Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Wisconsin Rapids as we bring you Dairyland League Baseball here this afternoon. It is the visiting Whittlesey Reds and the home Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks. Again, good afternoon. Happy Father's Day here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Steve Maves from the Nakusa Port Edward State Bank Field on the beautiful campus of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. We bring you a huge Dairyland League matchup here this afternoon between Rapids and Whittlesey. These two teams played yesterday. It went to 12 innings as Rapids scored 4 runs in the top of the 12th inning to come away with the big win over the Whittlesey Reds. We'll go through our starting lineups here now for the visiting Whittlesey Reds. Batting first and at second base, number 12, John Leacher. Batting second in center field, number 4, Zach Haynes. Batting third and at third base, number 2, Cody Leacher. Batting fourth and at shortstop, number 3, Brandon Leacher. Batting fifth and behind the plate, number 15, Aiden Gardner. Batting sixth and in right field, number 8, Spike Alexander. Batting seventh and at first base, number 9, Ben Meyer. Batting eighth and on the mound, number 22, Cade Alexander. And batting ninth and in left field, number 33, Parker Listener. Again, Leacher, Haynes, Leacher, Gardner, Alexander, Meyer, Alexander, and Listener for the Whittlesey Reds. And the Whittlesey Reds in their black uniforms, black tops, red numerals, red lettering with reds etched across the chest. And the Whittlesey Reds look to get back on the winning side of things. They came into the game yesterday against Wisconsin Rapids, undefeated in the Dairyland League, and so a huge win for the Redhawks to try and put their mark on this their first ever season. And so the Reds being announced to our right down the first baseline. And now the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks in their sky blue uniforms with red hats, white numerals, red outlines on those numerals. We're going to go through the starting lineup here for the Redhawks. Batting first and on the mound, number 18, Caleb Kromenacher. Batting second and at second base, number 6, Jacob Whipley. Batting third and in center field, number 19, Nathan Kromenacher. Batting fourth and at shortstop, number 5, Nate Jackin. Batting fifth and at first base, number 17, Tyler Beyer. Batting sixth and in left field, number 14, Garrett Huber. Batting seventh and at third base, number 12, Caden Sengbush. Batting eighth and behind the plate, number 15, John Barton. And batting ninth in right field, number 8, Ryan Searing. A couple of these names you have probably just heard of a couple of hours ago. Ryan Searing, Caden Sengbush playing on the Rapids Rangers Legion team. And a lot of these guys were Rapids Rangers, if not all of them, with Caleb Kromenacher, Jacob Whipley, Nathan Kromenacher, Nate Jackin, Tyler Beyer, Garrett Huber, Caden Sengbush, Ryan Searing. As Sengbush, one of those, just graduated high school in May, and now he's out and playing third base this afternoon for the Redhawks. John Barton, the catcher, and then the right fielder, number 8, Ryan Searing. We'll take a quick break, come back with our first pitch. National Anthem time here in Wisconsin Rapids as and we'll step aside for our national anthem, come back with our first pitch. Dairyland League Baseball right here on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Wonderfully done by Dan Kromenacher as we get you ready for baseball here this afternoon. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Solaris. With so much of our lives riding on the internet these days, choosing a provider you know and trust has become more important than ever. Solaris Fiber Network is the fastest technology available. It's more reliable than cable internet and provides equal upload and download speeds. Solaris has been keeping Central Wisconsin connected for over 125 years. They have the speed you need. Call, stop in, or visit Solaris.net to learn more. Caleb Kromenacher on the mound here this afternoon for the Rapids Redhawks, as the Redhawks and the Reds here this afternoon in Wisconsin Rapids. Kromenacher, of course, one of three Redhawks. It's gonna be might slip up a couple times with the Redhawks and Rangers name after calling a couple of ball games just earlier this afternoon. And the throwdown from John Barton is on mark. And we're about to get underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. To lead things off for the Whittlesey Reds will be John Leacher, the second baseman, followed by Zach Haynes and Cody Leacher.
Is the second baseman, number 12, John Leacher.
John Leacher. Caleb Kromenacher's first offering this afternoon is a bit high, and the first pitch is at 4:35 here in Wisconsin Rapids. Weather 83 beautiful degrees, slight wind, and Caleb is behind 2 balls and no strikes. Nathan Kromenacher and Ethan Peters threw yesterday up in Whittlesey in that 12-inning affair. Derek Freeman, our home plate umpire, pumps one in there for a strike. The 2-1. Just missed a bit low, 3-1. Zach Haynes waits on deck. Tomorrow, as mentioned, enjoy the weather when you can. And Caleb Kromenacher walks John Leacher to start the ball game. So runner at first for Whittlesey will send up Zach Haynes. As beautiful as the last 4 days have been here in central Wisconsin, especially Wisconsin Rapids, tomorrow and Tuesday are going to be scorchers. 95 on Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday with the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm here or there, but 83 today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon for Father's Day. Squares the bunt, gets it down. Very nicely done by Haynes. Throw to first in time, and a sacrifice bunt is successful. One away for Cody Leacher. the number 3 hitter in the lineup.
Third baseman, number 2, Cody Leacher.
Kromanacher with the runner at second. And 1 out in their first strike. Yesterday, who do we got? Number 2, Cody Leacher yesterday, 1 for 6. That one misses just a bit low. 1 for 6 with a walk. Struck out 5 times yesterday to Cody Leacher. Nathan Kromanacher went 6 1/3. Ethan Peters went 6 innings. That's going to be popped up. Nathan settles under it in center for out number 2. 2 away now for Brandon Leacher, the shortstop. Brandon yesterday went 1 for 6. Pair of strikeouts, a run scored.
Number 3,
Walked once.
Brandon Leacher.
Rapids pitching 18 strikeouts, 9 walks yesterday. First offering to Brandon Leacher is swung on and missed. Aiden Gardner awaits on deck. A couple of these guys recognize their names from Medford High School. Spike Alexander is one of them. Cade Alexander. The 0-1. Going to be hit right at Nate Jackin, and that will end our first inning. A line drive out. It was a nicely hard hit ball, but right at Nate Jackin. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on via the walk. We have played a half an inning. It is Whittlesey 0. Wisconsin Rapids coming up.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Bottom of the first inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be Caleb Kromanacher, Jacob Whipley, and Nathan Kromanacher to lead things off. Nate Jackin, Tyler Beyer, and Garrett Huber to go along with Caden Sengbush, John Barton, and Ryan Searing. Can appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon on Father's Day here in central Wisconsin and throughout the world, I guess you could say. You could say, as we play on this beautiful afternoon in Wisconsin. They'll be going up against Cade Alexander, pitcher for Whittlesey this afternoon.
Leading off for the Red Hawks in their half of the first inning.
See how Caleb did yesterday.
Number 18, Kromanacher.
Caleb 2 for 6 with a run scored and an RBI. He'll face off with Cade Alexander. Pitching yesterday for Whittlesey was Brandon Leacher. 6, but there's no 6 on the team here. 42 as well. Nick Rederath got the loss yesterday. First offering to Caleb was missed. Hits it outside corner, and we're evened up at a ball and a strike. The Brewers got a win today. Series sweep over the Cincinnati Reds. A swing and a miss. Spun right underneath the hands of Caleb Kromanacher. And it was a beauty. The 1-2 going to be popped up right side. Layer over on it at second and reaches back and grabs it for the first out. One away here in the bottom of the first. Jacob Whitley now for the Red Hawks.
Second baseman, number 6, Jake Whitley.
Whitley yesterday was 2 for 5. The run scored, a walk and a strikeout. That one's going to be driven to the left field line. That one's going to get down, and a one-out base hit for Jacob Whitley. Jake continues his hot hitting from yesterday, and there's a runner at first and one out for Nathan Kromenacher.
Center fielder, number 19, Nathan Kromenacher.
Nathan had a huge game yesterday, 3 for 6. An RBI, a walk, 2 runs scored. Now Whitley with a good lead over at first base with 1 out. Alexander looks at him and fires home. Outside corner in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Nate Jacken awaits on deck. Nate had a good day yesterday too, as did Tyler Meyer. Yesterday's lineup went Kromenacher, Whitley, Kromenacher, Jacken, Meyer, Boudreau, Barton, Peters, and Olson. Didn't have all the firepower they have today. The 0-1 to Nathan. That one's going to be hit into right center field. That one is going to get down. That's trouble. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Whitley going to use his speed. He's going to come in to score, and Nathan Kromenacher stands at second base with an RBI double. Continuing his high hitting as well. Whitley speeding around the base paths and put one right into right center field. And Rapids is on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. That was a swing that you can tell he is very, very comfortable in swinging right now.
Nate Jacken.
Caleb stands at second base with 1 out. Excuse me, Nathan does. Infield play is relatively in, and that was going to be hit over to short. Bobbled there, tough play across, gets Jacken by 2 steps. Does Brandon Leacher. 2 away now for Tyler Meyer.
First baseman, number 17, Tyler Meyer.
Meyer yesterday as well, 2 for 7 with 2 RBIs and a strikeout. Rapids scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 8th, and 4 in the 12th. There's a spinner in there for a strike. Whittlesey yesterday scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third to have that lead until the 8th inning. And then Rapids scored those 4 runs in the top of the 12th inning. 7 runs, 18 hits yesterday. That one's fouled at the plate. The big number yesterday, though, for Wisconsin Rapids, off of those 7 runs and 18 hits, 5 errors they had yesterday. Whittlesey went 3 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors themselves. Meyer behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Long look at Kromenacher, fires home, misses high and away for a ball, 1-2. Runner at second is Nathan Kromenacher with 2 outs. Garrett Huber awaits on deck. Cade Alexander looks in and fires home. And that was going to be blooped into center, coming in and making the catch. A late jump by Zach Haynes, but he's able to make the catch to end the first inning. A run on 2 hits and 1 left on. We have played an inning complete. Wisconsin Rapids 1, Whittlesey nothing. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Hi, this is Blake from Mobile Link. I can tint your car, truck, or SUV. I even tint windshields with a film you can't see, but will reduce heat and glare by 43%. We've all seen those do-it-yourself tint jobs that turn purple and start bubbling all over. Not my work. Everything gets tinted by me and inspected before it rolls out the door, including a lifetime warranty. Call Blake at Mobile Link to schedule your appointment today. 715-424-5432.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as we go to the top of the second inning. Aiden Gardner, Spike Alexander, and Ben Meyer for the Reds here this afternoon. As warm-up tosses have finished up, we're about to get back underway here on Zaleski Sports. We got one other game going on right now, I believe, still in progress. That is the Plover Black Sox and Green Bay Southwest. Plover got game 1 win, and they're well on their way to another win. Gardner lifts this one into left over the head of Garrett Huber. Now it's going to get all the way to the wall. And rounding first and going to second, a leadoff double for Aiden Gardner. Right off the bat, leadoff double for the Whittlesey Reds. Now Spike Alexander with the runner at second and nobody out. Caleb comes home. Low in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Ben Meyer awaits on deck. Caleb, a deep breath. Gonna be hit and in the gap and into left field. Another base hit for Whittlesey. So now runners at the corners. Went right into that gap between short and third. And now there's runners at first and third with nobody out for Ben Meyer.
First baseman, number 9, Ben Meyer.
Saw Ben walking in from the parking lot. As you can tell here, a force. And now it's going to be lined right back up the middle and an RBI base hit for Ben Meyer. Caleb just able to get out of the way, almost was able to snag it out of the air. But they're jumping all over Caleb Kromenacher here in the second inning.
The pitcher, number 22, Cade Alexander.
And now Cade Alexander with runners at first and second and still nobody out. They have thrown 4 pitches this inning. 3 base hits. Squares the bunt, pops it up. Over on it is John Barton, and he makes the catch. 1 away here in the inning. That was a big out. Now Parker Listener with the top of the order, 2 up next for Whittlesey.
33, Parker Lisner.
Lisner with Alexander at second and Meyer at first. This is low and away for a ball, 1-0. So Whittlesey answers back here in the top of the second inning. Kromenacher comes set, the 1-0. Going to be lifted left field line. Over on it and making the catch is Garrett Huber for the second out. Now back to the top of the order in John Leacher. John walked his first time up, was left stranded at second.
Top of the order for the Reds. Second baseman, number 12, John Leacher.
Runners at first and second and 2 outs. Kromenacher takes that deep breath and throws a spinner in there for a strike. And let us know where you're watching from. Give you a shout out here on Zaleski Sports this afternoon on this Father's Day Sunday. The 0-1 from Caleb, another one in there, and another beauty. No balls and 2 strikes. Coming up for Rapids. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up in their half of the second inning. The 0-2. Foul straight back. Right field side, first base side. And behind the Whittlesey dugout. Try to come back with the fastball high and tight, and Leacher is able to foul it off. The 0-2 coming home. And got him looking a backwards K. And Leacher unhappy with it. And that is the first strikeout of the afternoon for Caleb Kromenacher, and that will end our second inning. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 left on. We have played an inning and a half. It is Whittlesey 1, Rapids 1. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Bottom of the second inning we go. Garrett Huber, Caden Sengbush, and John Barton here for the Red Hawks in the second.
The Red Hawks in their half of the second inning. The left fielder, number 14, Garrett Huber.
Garrett trying to get things going here this summer. First offering from Alexander to Huber. Misses inside for a ball. The 1-0 coming back. Able to hold off. Misses a bit high and away. 2-0. Good crowd on hand here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Whittlesey bringing a good contingency. Now it's going to be lifted to right field side over on it is Spike Alexander. And makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away now for Caden Sengbush. Caden just had a pretty good game for the Rapids Rangers when they won 14-2.
Number 12, Caden Sengbush.
Sengbush, fielder's choice, a couple of doubles, and a sacrifice fly in his at-bats. Now switching to a wooden bat, though, so we'll see how that transition fares for Caden. Fouls it off, straight back off the mitt of Aiden Gardner. Caden, of course, heading to lacrosse in the fall. Go play baseball at UW Lacrosse. The 1-1 coming home. 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Sengbush. 3-1 to the Red Hawks third baseman. Majority shortstop at his time at Lincoln and with the Rangers, but with veteran Nate Jackin at short. Can't take that away from Nate, and Caden now over at third. That one was fouled back. Counter runs full now to Caden Sengbush with John Barton awaiting on deck. Then Ryan Searing. The payoff coming home. That's going to be hit into right field, and Caden Sengbush with a one-out base hit. Opposite field base hit for Caden Sengbush. Nicely done by the young fella. And now John Barton, the catcher. Ryan Searing awaits on deck for Wisconsin Rapids.
Red Hawks catcher, number 15, John Barton.
Sangbush leads from first. Good speed for Caden at first. Alexander looks at him and fires home. Misses high and in to John Barton, and it's 1-0. Ryan Suring awaits on deck. Then back to the top of the order if we get there for Rapids here in the second inning. Swung on and missed there. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. We'll be back with the Red Hawks on Wednesday. They play host to the Waupaca Lakemen. We'll be here for that. Lakemen always have a pretty solid team. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Fastball inside right underneath the hands, and it's 1-2. One ball and two strikes. John Barton, the catcher. Caden Sangbush leading from first. And able to hold off. Nicely done by John Barton. Good job behind the plate by Aiden Gardner as well. Give you our whole upcoming schedule on Zaleski Sports here in just a little bit. The 2-2 coming home. Missed high, and Barton has run it full. Three balls and two strikes. Wheels and deals. And swung on and missed at ball 4. And there's 2 away. First strikeout of the afternoon for Cade Alexander. And now Ryan Suring with a runner at first and 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 8, Ryan Searing.
Suring his first at-bat here as a Red Hawk. With Sangbush leading from first. Now it's going to be hit over to short, gobbles it up, goes the easy way to second to end the second inning. No runs on a base hit and 1 left on. We have played 2 complete. It is Whittlesey 1, Wisconsin Rapids 1. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Top of the third inning we go. Zach Haynes lead things off for the Whittlesey Reds.
Half of the third inning, center fielder, number 4, Zach Haynes.
Zach with the sacrifice bunt in the first. That allowed John Layer to get over to first, or excuse me, over to second. And then he was left stranded there to finish the inning. First one from Caleb Kromenacher misses low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Cody Leacher on deck. There's a strike to Haynes, and it's 1-1. See how low John Barton is setting up his target. That right leg outstretched to the right side, and that one is fouled right into the midsection of John Barton. That's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Make sure that John's all right. Right on the inside part of his left knee, he pointed and told Zach Haynes. You can have all the protection you can. The ball will find the spot that is not protected. That's exactly what just happened there. The 1-2 back to Zach Haynes. That one bounced away, able to hold off. Runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Leacher, then Aiden Gardner for Whittlesey here in the third. A run on 3 hits, no errors either way. Swung on and missed at a big breaking ball. And Caleb Kromenacher records his second strikeout. His first here this afternoon, or his first in the inning. Now Brandon Leacher. Cody Leacher, Brandon on deck. Cody flew out to center his first time up. Looks at a ball high. The crew that got the job done in the second was 5, 6, and 7. Has a high fastball swung on and missed, evens it up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 coming home. Spinner misses outside, 2-1. Garrett Huber, Nathan Kromenacher, Ryan Suring from left to right. Caden Singbush, Nate Jackin, Jacob Whipley, and Tyler Meyer from third to first. That was going to be hit foul just past third. Very, very close. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just missed the inside part of third base. Just past 5 o'clock here in central Wisconsin as we play this huge Dairyland League game. Whittlesey and Wisconsin Rapids. The 2-2 coming home. Spikes it into the ground, and it's 3-2. Steve Maves here at Nakusa Port Edward State Bank Field in Wisconsin Rapids on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, Father's Day here today. The 3-2 coming home. We chopped over to Jackin at short and across in time for out number 2. 2 away now for Brandon Leacher, who hit a hard ball to short, and caught by shortstop Nate Jackin to end the first inning. May have saved a run in that first by Nate. John Lear probably would have easily scored. Leacher recorded the last out of the last half inning. Rapids will have 1, 2, and 3 due up in their half of the third. Gonna be hit foul right back at us. We're ready for it. Right directly into your camera view. Good majority of these Whittlesey hitters, no batting gloves. Brandon Leacher does not. Caleb spikes that one into the ground, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Aiden Gardner, who's on deck, does. The catcher. He swung at the first pitch that he saw in the second inning and put it over Garrett Huber's head and left. There's a swing and a miss from Leacher, and it's 1-2. Got no games for you tomorrow on Zaleski Sports. Got 2 on Tuesday. I think we're up to 5 on Wednesday. The 1-2. Spinner and got him again. A beautiful breaking ball from Caleb Kromenacher. A couple of strikeouts in the inning. Caleb's up to 3. We have played 2.5. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. Still tied 1-1 here in Wisconsin Rapids.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Caleb Kromenacher lead things off here for Wisconsin Rapids in the third inning. Popped out to second base his first time up. As we begin the third. It's going to be hit sharply, just foul past first. Evens it up. Had a ball and a strike. Yeah, not too long from now. Again, it's hard to believe, but it'll be here before we know it in about 2 months or so. In high school football, and that one is a line drive foul past or into the batting cages area. It's a ball, or it's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2, high and tight. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got a whole summer of baseball for you on Zaleski Sports. Red Hawks and Chaparrals, main teams in the Dairyland, and obviously our Legion teams. The 2-2 going to be bounced over to second base. That's Leacher, and low throw, and it's going to get past, and Caleb will stand at first base. Give it an E4. That's a bad throw by the second baseman, Leacher. There's a runner at first with good speed now for Wisconsin Rapids. Then, as mentioned, our Legion teams, the Plover Black Sox, Marshfield Post 54 Blue Devils, Wisconsin Rapids Post 9 Rangers, and Stevens Point Sixers. Whipley takes a big, healthy cut and misses, and it's 0-1. The runner at first, and nobody out after the error to start off the inning. This is outside for a ball, 1-1. Good take there by Jacob. He singled and scored his first time up. Singled to left. Scored on the double by Nathan. High and tight. 2-1 now to Whitley. So, again, all those schedules will usually be updated by Monday, especially if there are games on Mondays. Then we'll have the weekly schedule updated on our website. Whitley looks at a ball high, 3-1. But because we have games on this week, Sunday, then unable to update it really until tomorrow with no games tomorrow. The 3-1. Popped up behind home plate and into the netting. It runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So no games Monday, a couple on Tuesday, handful on Wednesday, just a few on Thursday. 1 on Friday, and I don't think we have any on Saturday as of right now. That could change, depending on how things pan out. The 3-2 coming home. Popped up, foul territory. Over on it is Gardner, and it will fall right into near the opening of the Red Hawks dugout. And Whitley staying alive here in the third inning. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kromenacher from first with nobody out. And outside, and Alexander gets the call. Just got enough of the plate And there is the first out of the inning. Pretty close. Too close to take on a 3-2 pitch. And now Nathan Kromenacher, who put one into the right center field gap the first time. And scored Whipley on that swing. First offering to Nathan. This is low and in. RBI double in his first at-bat. Comes set, and there goes Caleb outside. Nobody is covering second base. And Caleb Kromenacher steals second. Brandon Leacher and John Layer were looking at each other. And Aiden Gardner was pretty confused himself. Nobody was there when Caleb took off running. Runner in scoring position, 2-0 count to Nathan Kromenacher. Misses high, 3-0. Nate Jacken awaits on deck. Three balls and no strikes. Cade steps off as readjusts his hat and his glove and readjusts the ball in his glove. And walks on 4 pitches. So runners at first and second, the Kromenachers. And now Nate Jacken at the plate. Don't miss Fleet Farm's countdown to summer events. Save on everything for outdoor work and play, from lawn and garden tools to grilling and fishing gear. Save today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. 2 on, 1 out. That's going to be hit over to third. Double play opportunity. It is bobbled and no play anywhere. And it's going to be the second error of the inning for Whittlesey. And now the bases are loaded for Tyler Meyer.
First baseman, number 17, Tyler Meyer.
Who flew out to center his last time up on a diving catch made by Zach Haynes. Garrett Huber waits on deck. Bases are juiced. First one misses high for a ball, 1-0. Tyler, of course, along with Nathan and Caleb, part of that Division III Baseball College World Series. Division I College World Series going on right now in Omaha. There's one right down 8th Street for a strike, and evens it up at 1-1. The Pointers, very successful season, finishing ranked 4th in the country in the final poll. The 1-1. Well, he wanted to pull the trigger. Thought better of it, and it's 2-1. Cade Alexander comes set. The 2-1 coming home. That one's going to be hit sharply into left, and that one's going to get past and in front of listener. They're going to send Nathan Kromenacher. The throw home is not going to be in time, and a 2 RBI single for Tyler Meyer. And Rapids puts 2 across on that base hit. And it's 3-1 Rapids here in the third.
Number 14, Garrett Huber.
And all thanks to the speed of Nathan Kromenacher. That's usually a play where only 1 run scores, but Nathan was juicing around the bases and scored relatively easily. And it's 3-1 Wisconsin Rapids here in the bottom of the third inning. Now Garrett Huber fly out to right his first time. Now it's going to be popped up and out of play. Evens it up at a ball and strike. All right, here into the bleachers. So again, I appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon. Third game of the day for me here in Wisconsin Rapids. It's a pleasure, that's for sure. To be able to do this for a living is a dream come true. And ducking out of the way, and more importantly, getting the bat out of the way, too, was Garrett Huber. Able to duck out of the way and be all right. 2-1 to Garrett. They're going to be hit to short. Double play opportunity. A second for one across and not in time. It is bobbled and trying to come home and score is Jackin, and he is going to stay right there. As Garrett Huber will reach on a fielder's choice. Meyer out at second. There's two away.
Third baseman, number 12, Caden Singbush.
Now Caden Singbush, he's got a base hit today. The runners at the corners and two outs. Singbush looks at a ball just high. It's 1-0. Huber from first, Jackin from third. Throw back over to first, not in time. We saw that in the Legion game earlier today where they picked off a guy at first base because his footing got stuck in the turf and he couldn't make it back to first base in time. The 1-0. 2-0 to Caden Singbush. On that bobble at first base on that double play try, Nate Jackin was about quarter of the way down the third base line and thought better of it and turned around and and went back to third base. John Barton awaits on deck. Runners at the corners, 3-0 count to Caden Singbush. Right down the gut for Caden, and it's 3-1. Hit inside corner. Painting it was Cade Alexander. 3-1 back to Singbush. And walked him. Bases are loaded for John Barton at 2 outs. So if anybody had watched that game on Thursday against Everest, that 2-0 loss, a tough loss at that for Wisconsin Rapids. Everest hosted Spirit last night. The Spirit Twins, they won 32-0 in baseball. 32-0 on 25 hits. Gave up just one hit. That's hard to do. Score 32 runs in a baseball game, and Everest did it. John Barton, a strikeout in the second inning. Trying to redeem himself a little bit here after that meeting on the mound. For Cade Alexander.
Catcher, number 15, Johnny Barton.
Bases are juice. Jackin at third, Huber at second, and Singbush at first. And that one's fouled at the plates and right off the hand of Aiden Gardner. Had that hand down and to the right, and Barton fouled it right off of him. 18 beautiful holes of golf awaits you at the Ridges course in Wisconsin Rapids. Enjoy their new outdoor patio, an updated banquet hall to go along with well-manicured greens, hazards, and challenging holes. That's the Ridges Golf Course here in Wisconsin Rapids. Right off of Griffith Avenue. The 0-1. That one gets by, and Jackin is going to hold put. A nice job by Aiden Gardner to get to it as quickly as he can. Jackin joking around with third base coach down there, and Aiden Gardner, the last couple of pitches has been jumping all around. Alexander out of the windup. That's a perfect pitch by Cade Alexander. 3 on and 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch to John Barton. That one is low and away. Another nice stop by Aiden Gardner, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the third inning. Cade Alexander already up to 63 pitches. And that one misses low and away. Runners will have a head start on the pitch. That's Jackin, Huber, and Sengbush. And there they go. Here's the pitch. Missed inside and walked him. Walked, the bases loaded. Back-to-back walks, and it's 4-1 Wisconsin Rapids. Give John Barton an RBI.
Right fielder, number 8, Ryan Searing.
And now Ryan Searing with runners at first, second, and third. Grounded out to short his first time. Looks at a strike. That ball that that Barton looked at, that was pretty much the same pitch that he swung on and missed at in the second inning. Searing's going to pop this one up. First base side. Over on it is Meyer. And that will end the third inning. But Rapids scores 3 on 1 hit, a pair of errors, 3 walks, and they leave 3. We have played 3 complete. It is 4-1 Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams. Keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Caleb Kromenacher back out on the mound for the Red Hawks. This is the part of the lineup for Whittlesey that gave him fits in the second inning.
To the 4th we go, and leading off for the Reds in the 4th inning is the catcher, number 15, Aiden Gardner.
Gardner doubled on the first pitch that he saw in the second inning. A spinner just misses inside for a ball. Garrett Huber takes a couple of steps back in left field. And the 1-0. Misses for a ball, 2-0. Gardner, Alexander, and Meyer for the Reds here in the 4th. And Kromenacher's behind the count, 3 balls and no strikes. He has issued 1 walk. He's gotten 3 strikeouts so far. Taking the whole way, and Caleb walked him. And now Spike Alexander, he's singled back in the second inning as well. That was the stretch where Whittlesey had 3 hits on 4 pitches. And just misses again. 5 straight out of the zone to start the 4th inning for Caleb Kromenacher. That's going to be hit over to second. Whipley to Jackin. Jackin to Meyer in time. A 4-6-3 double play. And that is how you erase a leadoff walk. And just like that, there's 2 away. Picture perfect for the Red Hawks. Now Ben Meyer, an RBI single. That was the one right at Kromenacher. Starting all these guys off now with off-speed pitches as all fastballs in that second inning, and they all got base hits. The 1-0. Going to be lifted up out of play into the softball diamond behind us, and it evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Kids, any fall balls worth 50 cents if you return it to the beer stand.
One ball, one strike. Kate Alexander awaits on deck. Kromenacher pumps in a fastball low. 2-1. The 2-1. Gonna be popped up, fouled back again. About the same spot. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild here in the top of the 4th inning. Red Hawks lead 4-1. Kromenacher out of the stretch. Didn't get him to chase. Counter run's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Caleb exclusively out of the stretch. That front foot pointing towards shortstop and then comes back. And another walk. Just missing. Low. Not given much on the location.
Number 22, Kate Alexander.
Now Kate Alexander popped up on a bunt attempt in the second inning. First offering from Kromenacher misses high and in. Again, miss for a ball. Parker Listener awaits on deck. The 1-0. There's good for a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. And for a strike again. Kromenacher had the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Long look for Caleb. Got him. Backwards K to end the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks. One of them was erased on a double play. We have played 3.5. It is Wisconsin Rapids 4 and the Whittlesey Reds 1. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball right here on Zaleski Sports.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
Top of the order, 2 up next here for Wisconsin Rapids as they batted through the order.
Leading off for the Red Hawks is the pitcher, number 18, Caleb Kromenacher.
First offering to Caleb in the 4th. Is it good for a strike? Batted through the order in the 3rd. Now just misses low to Kromenacher, evens it up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 coming home. Today, Kromenacher with a pop out to second and a ground ball to second, which he reached on an error. Popped up, third base side, and out of play. Hit the cement just outside of the field of play, and as soon as they hit the ground, Aiden Gardner's face was shocked. Now it's going to be lifted into center. Over on it, Zach Haynes, and makes the catch for out number 1. So what they are planning here in Rapids is that from, you see where the batter's eye is, that red tarp area there, they're hoping that will soon say Rapids baseball on it, and then all around the rest of the fence will be advertisers and the likes of that. Popped up, foul territory, Aiden Gardner makes the easy catch. Not easy, but he made it look easy, and there's 2 away just like that. And now Nathan Kromenacher, a double and a walk today.
Center fielder, number 19, Nathan Kromenacher.
Kromenacher, player manager for the Red Hawks this year. Now it's going to be lifted to center. 2 fly balls and a pop out. A perfect inning for Cade Alexander. 7 pitches for Cade. And we go to the 5th. It is 4-1 Rapids. You are watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Fifth inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. And for Whittlesey, it'll be 9-1 and 2 up. It'll be Listener, Leacher, and Haynes. Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. May have missed part of that. We'll read it again. Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. There we go. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Now it's going to be lined up the middle. Jack and ranges. He cannot make the play. Still tosses it over to first. It was on the mark, but an infield single for Listener. That was a good stop. And again, even rolling on his back, and Listener was going to be safe. It was still a throw on the mark.
Top of the order for the Reds, the second baseman, number 12.
Now back to the top of the order, and John Leacher. A walk and a strikeout today for John. Throw a pitch in there is good for a strike, and it's 0-1. We'll be back on the air with you on Wednesday night. We got a couple of games on Zaleski's on Tuesday. I'll be back with you on Wednesday for Rapids Redhawks and the Wapaka Lakemen. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. The 0-2 from Caleb. Popped up and well out of play behind us, and it remains no balls and 2 strikes. One ball or no balls and 2 strikes. John Leacher. Listener leads from first. Low and away, able to hold off, and it runs a ball and 2 strikes. Nathan Kromenacher not playing extremely deep in center. None of them really are. But straight up for infield and outfield. And able to hold off on the breaking ball. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a good take by Leacher. As we have seen some guys get very tied up. And got him on the outside corner. Couple of strikeouts today for Leacher, and that is strikeout number 5 for Caleb, and there's 1 away. Right on that outside corner again.
Center fielder, number 4, Zach Haynes.
Now Zach Haynes, a sacrifice fly and a strikeout. Listener leads from first with 1 out. Right in at the knee is first strike, and it's 0-1. Leacher, and then Gardner if we continue here in the 5th. Throw over to first. Not quite in time. Able to get those swipe tags from a veteran baseball player like Tyler Byer. Don't always get those. That one just low and away. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Give you the upcoming Redhawks schedule for you. The 1-1. Again, hitting the outside corner, hitting the black of the plate, as they say. One ball and 2 strikes coming back. Going to be chopped over to Whipley. Whipley to second. No, he bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. So Whipley with the error. Listener to second. And now Cody Leacher, a fly out and a ground out today.
Third baseman, number 2, Cody Leacher.
A tough one that was for Whitley. Tried to throw it before he had it in his hand. That one misses low and away for a ball. Kromenacher did everything he could, or has done everything to get that ground ball. One ball, no strikes. Foul straight back into the netting, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And there's in there for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes, Cody Leacher. A fly out to center, a ground out to short. The 1-2 coming home. Swung on and missed way behind the fastball, and that is strikeout to number 6 for Caleb Kromenacher, and there's 2 away. Now for Brandon Leacher. A line out and a strikeout today. Give you the Red Hawks schedule here in just a moment.
Shortstop, number 3, Brandon Leacher.
Let's see what we've got for you coming up. Leacher, chopper to third and foul. So coming up next on Wednesday will be home against Wapaka. The 0-1. Foul at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. And then on the 26th, it'll be at Merrill. I believe that's a Saturday. And then Wednesday, home against Merrill. Home against Sparta on July 2nd. That's a doubleheader. The 0-2. Miss low for a ball, 1 and 2. So Merrill on the 26th. Home against Merrill on June 30th. Home against Sparta on the 2nd, a doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. The 1-2 swung on and missed. And Caleb Kromenacher strikes out the side here in the 5th. We have played 4.5, halfway through this one. Here in Wisconsin Rapids, it is still the Red Hawks 4 and the Reds 1. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Jamming out to a little Toby Keith here this afternoon. Prayers up for Mr. Toby Keith as last weekend came out and announced that he had stomach cancer. So prayers up to Toby Keith. That's a scary situation. First one that Nate Jacken misses outside. Doesn't help that drinks as much as he does, but yeah, Toby Keith, 60 years old, and bout of stomach cancer. Popped up into center. Long run for Haynes, and settles under for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 down for Tyler Beyer. Tyler's had the big hit so far this afternoon. 2 RBI single in the 3rd to drive in a couple of runs. Bayer's going to pop this one up. They have really gotten underneath the ball the last couple of innings, the last 5 hitters. A pop out or a fly out to center, a pop out by Whipley to the catcher, fly out to center by Kromenacher, fly out to center from Jacken, and a pop out by Beyer. And in the last 2+ innings, Cade Alexander only threw 7 pitches in the 4th. He's up to 3 in this inning. And Huber looks at a strike. So into July, the Red Hawks will take on Sparta in a doubleheader on July 2nd here in Rapids. That's going to be a bloop single right field side. And it's going to fall right in front of Spike Alexander for a 2-out base hit. So Sparta on the 2nd, home against Tomahawk on the 9th, home against Pittsville on the 13th, home against Westboro on the 16th, then a 5-game road trip at Pittsville on the 17th, at Everest on the 19th, at Plover on the 20th, and at Marshfield for a doubleheader on the 24th. And then to round out the regular season, they will host the Scandinavia Vikings on July 27th. We may or may not be here for the last handful of those games with Legion State, but we'll hash all that out when it comes to fruition. And a base hit to left field. Caden Sengbush with a couple of base hits and a walk today. And now John Barton, strikeout and a walk. He's at the plate with 2 outs. As mentioned earlier in the day anyway, not earlier in this game, but the Legion Regionals this year for the Wisconsin Valley Conference is going to be at Athletic Park in Wausau the second to last week of July. And then state for AAA Legion will be at Sheboygan. In Sheboygan. First one to Barton, misses for a ball. Ryan Searing awaits on deck. 2 on, 2 out for the Red Hawks here in the 5th. Barton looks at a ball low. Cade Alexander up to 82 pitches. As we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Throw back to second. If it was on point, he may have gotten him. A little high and away for John Laird to track it down and get the tag down. Two balls and no strikes to John Barton. A 2-0 coming back. In there for a strike. Right underneath the hands, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Searing in the back to the top of the order for the Red Hawks. Huber a lead from second, Sengbush from first. Looked pretty close. The last pitch just misses inside. Whittlesey dugout asking where it was. He points inside. The 3-1. And Alexander steps off as John Layer was back into his second base fielding position, and Huber was quite a few steps off of second base. The 3-1. Foul straight back. Counter runs full, and the runners will have a head start. Huber from second, Sengbush from first. A couple of pop-outs to start the inning, and then a couple of base hits. Huber a blooper down the right field line. Sengbush a liner to left. The 3-2, there go the runners. Now it's going to be popped up, shallow right field, long run, and it is going to be caught at second base by John Layer. And what a tremendous catch to end the 5th inning. No runs on a pair of hits, no errors, and 2 left. We have played 5 complete. It is the Red Hawks 4 and Whittlesey 1. You are watching Dairyland League Baseball, Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Blake from Mobile Link. I can tint your car, truck, or SUV. I even tint windshields with a film you can't see, but will reduce heat and glare by 43%. We've all seen those do-it-yourself tint jobs that turn purple and start bubbling all over. Not my work. Everything gets tinted by me and inspected before it rolls out the door, including a lifetime warranty. Call Blake at Mobile Link to schedule your appointment today. 715-424-5432.
When you want to win games, you look for an expert. Here's 2-time national champion, Coach Jack Bennett.
I may know a few things about basketball, but I'm a rookie when it comes to vehicles. I trust the team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers to call those shots. They're professionals. Remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Go with the winning team at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. We go to the top of the 6th inning. I'd like to thank our friends at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Nobody enjoys being without comfort. Time to plan for the summer months ahead. Give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace and AC service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble. We'll get the comfort working again right away. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. If you call Rapid Sheet Metal or if you call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling or Point Heating and Cooling, make sure you ask for Rob Schill. And if Rob is busy, just leave him a message and say congratulations on a Division V softball state championship. Rob was co-head coach with Charlie Nelson on the Assumption Royals State's championship softball team. Ooh, there's a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Perfectly located pitch. Perfect pitching choice by Caleb. No balls and a strike. That was going to be hit over to second, right at Whipley. The line drive caught by Jacob. And there's one away. Hayden Gardner is swinging the bat well today. Obviously the double in the second. He walked on 4 pitches in the fourth and then was erased on a double play. And even that one lined out to second base. And now Spike Alexander, a single and grounded into a double play. Mobile Inc. in Wisconsin Rapids is your go-to for car and boat services, including window tinting, remote starting, and accessorizing. Mobile Inc. in Wisconsin Rapids. Fly ball to center. Nathan Kromenacher tracks it down for out number 2. 2 away now for Ben Meyer. An RBI single and a walk today for Ben.
First baseman, number 9, Ben Meyer.
First offering from Kromenacher is a breaking ball outside. 1-0. Readjust for Meyer in the right-handed batter's box for the Whittlesey Reds. The 1-0. There's a strike in there from Caleb. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. DNL Recreation for all your camper needs here in Wisconsin Rapids. Head over to DNL Recreation. Now this is low and away. 2-1. That's going to be chopped over the mound to Jackin and throws out Meyer by a step to end the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We have played 5.5. Still 4-1 Wisconsin Rapids. To the bottom of the 6th we go. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Spike Alexander, the new pitcher. Ryan Searing, the leadoff hitter here in the 6th for Wisconsin Rapids. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Searing. Pop out and a ground out today for Ryan. And Ryan Searing gets hit by a pitch. Right into that front hip. And there's a runner at first and nobody out for the top of the order. So Spike comes in, throws 3, including hit by pitch, and now Caleb Kromenacher. Searing his first time on the base paths. There's one in for a strike to Caleb Kromenacher. Checked his swing, missed just high for a ball, evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Spike fires home. Chopper over to first, going to be gobbled up there, taken by Brigham Kelly. Brigham Kelly, the new first baseman. So 3 unassisted for Caleb. There's 1 away. Now Jacob Whipley, the runner at second and 1 out. Whipley is going to chop this one foul to third. And it runs no balls and a strike. Whipley today, a single, strikeout, and a pop out.
Brigham Kelly now playing first base for the Reds.
That's going to be hit into right field, and a base hit for Jacob Whipley. They're going to send Searing. The throw from right field is off the mark. Throw down to second is not in time. An RBI single for Jacob Whipley. Goes to second on the throw, and Rapids adds another one here in the 6th inning. And it kind of looks that Cade Alexander, and I might be wrong. There's a strike to Nathan, and it's 0-1. See if I can get a number when he's running back in here from right field. That one's low and in the dirt. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Nate Jacken awaits on deck with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a big swing and a miss as Nathan whips his head around in frustration. Whipley from second with 1 out. The 1-2. Going to be hit over to first. Kelly will take it himself on the second 3 unassisted of the inning. So the first baseman
Shortstop, number 5, Nate Jacken.
Jacken looks at a strike. So those defensive changes bring him Kelly to first. Ben Meyer, who was at first, now in right, finally turned around for us. And then Spike Alexander, who was in right, is now the new pitcher. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. That's going to be hit into left field, and another run comes in for Wisconsin Rapids. RBI base hit for Nate Jacken. And 6-1 Wisconsin Rapids. 2 across here in the 6th. And now Tyler Beyer with the runner at first and 2 outs. Spike shakes a couple off. Meyer looks at a strike in there, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Tyler Meyer. That one's going to be lifted into left. Over on it is Listener. He's going to make the catch to end the 6th inning. Rapids scores twice on 2 hits. They leave 1. No errors in the inning. We have played 6 complete. It is 6-1 Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
This is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Brigham Kelly to lead things off here for Whittlesey in the 7th. That one's fouled straight back, 0-2 with Parker Lisner awaiting on deck, then back to the top of the order. Brigham Kelly, one of those recognizable names from Medford High School. The 0-2 bounces in there and bounces away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Just past 6 o'clock here in Central Wisconsin. Good to be with you on this Father's Day Sunday. Beautiful day for baseball. We've been very, very fortunate this whole weekend to have good weather for baseball. It's going to all wrap up here this evening with this Red Hawks game, as that one gets popped up to Tyler Meyer, and there's 1 away. And had big Legion tournament all weekend, and it's going to all get wrapped up here today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday with the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers. And now Parker Lisner, a fly out and a single today for Parker. And a breaking ball misses for a ball, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Going to be knuckled over to Jackin at short. Tough play, and across, and he pulled his foot. So that's going to be an error on Nate Jackin. Now back to the top of the order. That was a tough play nonetheless, but if Meyer would have been able to keep his foot, he would have been out. So an error on Jackin. And now back to the top of the order, and John Leacher.
Top of the order, second baseman, number 12, John Leacher.
Leacher, a couple of strikeouts and a walk today. Listener leads from first with 1 out. Right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. And Steve Maves here from Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank Field. Back over to first, not in time. Just keeping Listener close as we play in the top of the 7th inning, I should say. Kromanacher fires home. There's a swing and a miss. Caleb up to 86 pitches here this afternoon into this evening. Have a couple of extra arms if need be. Blaine Wallen pitched a little bit against Everest on Thursday. Pitched well. Went 3 innings, gave up a couple of runs, but those were the unearned runs in the ninth. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Fouled right into the mitt. And for the third time this afternoon, John Leacher goes down via the strikeout. And there's 2 away. That is strikeout number 8 for Caleb Kromanacher. Now the center fielder, Zach Haynes. Sacrifice bunt, strikeout, and reached on an error. First one from Kromanacher misses low and away. So plenty of arms. Caden Sengbush could probably give you an inning. Tyler Beyer, of course, could throw for you. No games until Wednesday. Now misses low and out. So plenty of options for Nathan Kromanacher, player manager. Nathan and Ethan will not pitch today, as they did yesterday. Gets the outside corner call, and it's 2-1. Cody Leacher on deck for Whittlesey. The 2-1 coming back. Going to be lifted into right, shallow right field. Long run for Suring. He's going to make the catch as Whipley slides right past him, and that will end the 7th inning. Time to get up and stretch here in Wisconsin Rapids. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 6-1 Redhawks. You are watching the Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Garrett Huber to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Huber, Sengbush, Barton. Those are the batters due up. That one's going to be driven to left. Listener back on it. Just missed it. Did Huber. And there's one away here in the 7th inning. Caden Sengbush has had a nice afternoon here, going back, even back to the Legion game earlier this afternoon. A couple of doubles, 3 runs scored. Sengbush this afternoon in this ball game, a couple of singles and a walk as he swings and misses at strike 1. One away, bottom of the 7th. Way out in front again, and Sengbush is behind 0-2. Alexander comes set on the 0-2. Swung on and missed. 3 in a row, and down goes Sengbush for the first time via the strikeout. And there are 2 outs for John Barton, the catcher. John today, a strikeout, walk, and a pop-out.
Catcher, number 15, Johnny Barton.
First offering from Alexander misses high and outside. Inside, 2-0. Scoreline goes like this for Whittlesey. A run on 4 hits, 2 errors. Wisconsin Rapids, 6-8-2. 6 runs on 8 hits. Couple of errors. The 2 errors for Whittlesey came in that 3rd inning when Rapids scored 3 runs on 1 hit, as Barton swings and misses, and it evens it up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-1 Rapids. And a beauty in there for the backwards K to end the 7th. We have played 7 complete. 0 is on the board for Rapids in the 7th. 8th inning we go. It is 6-1 Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One-man band. Just follow your dreams. Keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Caleb Kromenacher finishes with 92 pitches. He goes 7 innings, gives up those 4 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, and 3 walks today. Now Tyler Meyer going to try and come in and shut the door here tonight on a big Dairyland League win for the Red Hawks, as you'll have to face 3, 4, and 5 in the order, Leacher, and Gardner. So not the easiest to come in and face, but which should be a good test for Tyler to come in. So it's just a triangle switcheroo. Tyler from first went to the mound. Caleb from the mound went to center. Nathan from center went to first. So those were the changes. As Leacher swings and misses. Yesterday in 12 innings, the Red Hawks pitchers, Nathan Kromenacher and Ethan Peters, combined for 18 strikeouts and 9 walks. Only 3 walks for Caleb today and 8 strikeouts. So in the last 2 games, 26 strikeouts. Just misses does Meyer. As Nick Rederath on deck. Swung on and missed. Meyer gets him swinging. Leacher down via the strikeout for the second time today. And there's 1 away. Nick Rederath coming in to swing. Rederath pitched yesterday. He picked up the loss in that 1 inning for the Reds. Again, another one of those names that is very familiar For fans of high school sports, Nick, a big part of the Medford Raiders athletic program while he was in high school. That's from the right side, and ahead in the count 2-0. There's a swing and a miss. Haven't seen a pitcher like Tyler Beyer, though, most likely, especially in the Dairyland League. Nobody like Tyler or the Caleb or Ethan. Going to be hit over to second. Whipley through the leg, says Jacob, with the error. Runner at first is Rederath for Aiden Gardner. A double, a walk, and a line out. Rederath will stay at first and run for himself. And now the catcher, Aiden Gardner. Sudsey Car Wash is your express tunnel car wash, plus a 24-hour touchless car wash. They are offering an express interior clean and so much more. Keep your vehicle clean at Sudsey Car Wash on 8th Street in Wisconsin Rapids. No balls and a strike to Gardner. Now it's going to be lifted into left. Over on it is Huber for the second out. Two-away now for Spike Alexander. Spike today, a single, grounded into a double play and flew out to center.
The pitcher, number 8, Spike Alexander.
Runner at first is Nick Rederath. As Kate Alexander, who pitched to start the game, saw him just walking behind the dugout in his shorts. He's done for the day. He obviously didn't pitch the last 2 innings, but cool himself down a little bit. The 0-1 from Beyer. Just misses a bit low. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Ben Meyer, most likely not. It is Ben Meyer at the plate. That's right. He moved out to right field. Strike right on the inside corner, and it runs a ball and 2 strikes. We play in the top of the 8th inning. 6-1 Wisconsin Rapids. Beyer comes set, steps off, has to readjust his hat and redo the signs with John Barton. The 1-2 coming back. Going to be hit over to Whipley. Another opportunity for Jacob. And he retires the side here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We have played 7.5. Bottom of the 8th inning we go, 6-1, Wisconsin Rapids.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
Bottom of the 8th inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Redhawks as they look to get some insurance runs here before we go to the 9th. For Whittlesey in the 9th, they'll have 7, 8, and 9 due up against Tyler Beyer. See if Ryan Searing in the top of the order can see if Ryan Searing and the Redhawks can get a couple of insurance runs here. Spike Alexander is his third inning of work, and a strike in there to Ryan, and it's 0-1. Suring was hit by a pitch, and then came around to score, popped up to second, and over and making the catch is John Leacher. One away for the top of the order in Caleb Kromenacher.
Top of the order for the Redhawks. Center fielder now, number 18, Caleb Kromenacher.
Pop out, reach on air, fly out and ground out for Caleb today. Looks at a ball low and away. Jacob Whitley on deck. Spike works quickly, squares the bunt, pulls it back, and misses outside, 2-0. High and tight on Caleb. First pitch this afternoon was at 4:35. It was 83 degrees. It has, again, absolutely been gorgeous this weekend. And Caleb Kromenacher walks to first base with one out. Right now it stands at 82 degrees. The wind about the same. First offering to Whipley is in for a strike. No balls and a strike to Jacob Whipley. Single, strikeout, pop out, and an RBI single. This is just high on Jacob, and it evens it up at a ball and a strike. And highlights of this game, along with highlights of our Legion games today, later on tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. As Spike Alexander ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. There goes Caleb. Ball inside. A stolen base for Caleb Kromenacher. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Whitley. Going to be hit right into right center field, and a RBI for Whitley, and that stolen base comes through huge for the Redhawks. Whitley's third base hit of the afternoon, and that stolen base huge for Wisconsin Rapids, bringing in Caleb Kromenacher and Jacob Whitley 3 for 5 today, and 2 RBIs. And now Nathan Kromenacher, the runner at second, and 1 out. High and tight. Whitley from second with 1 out. Inside corner, good for a strike, and it's 1-1. Outside. Evens it up at 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Nathan Kromenacher, the new first baseman. He's going to rip this one into right field. That one is going to get down, and here are the insurance runs that we talked about before the inning, and an RBI base hit for Nathan Kromenacher. Whitley comes around to score, and it is 8-1 Wisconsin Rapids. Again, we talked about those insurance runs. 5 runs is a lot in an inning, and that's what it was before this inning had started. Cranked it up to 7 now, still with only 1 out, and Nate Jacket at the plate. Now it's going to be lifted up and out of play. 2-0, or the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Ball and 2 strikes to Nate. Ground out, reached on an error, fly out, and an RBI single for Nate today. The 1-2. That's going to be hit over to third. Gobbled up there. They go to second for 1 across, and not in time. Jackin will reach out a fielder's choice. And there are 2 outs now here in the 8th. Tyler Meyer with 1 on and 2 outs. Looks at a strike in the outside corner. It's 0-1. A fly out in the first, 2 RBI single in the third, pop out in the 5th, fly out in the 6th for Tyler. Going to be hit over to third, and this should end the 8th inning. Rederath will grab it and end that inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and 1 left. We have played 8 complete. Last chance here for Whittlesey is 8-1 Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
Top of the 9th inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids as the Red Hawks look to pick up another huge Dairyland League win here as they lead 8-1, and Tyler Meyer going to come in and try and shut the door here in the 9th. He'll face off 7, 8, and 9. At the conclusion of this game, don't forget, stick around for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds in Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or at NasonvilleDairy.com.
Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 9th, the right fielder, Ben Meyer.
Ben Meyer to lead things off. RBI single in the 2nd, a walk and a ground out. Swung on a miss late on the fastball, and it's 0-1. And then it will be Brigham Kelly. The 0-1 in there again. No balls and 2 strikes to the Whittlesey right fielder. The 0-2 coming home. Going to be blooped into right, and over on it is Ryan Searing. And the right fielder tracks it down. 1 away. Nice adjustment by Ryan.
Number 14, Brigham Kelly.
Brigham Kelly now at the plate. Pop out in his first at-bat in the 7th. Looks at a strike low, and it's 0-1. 1 away here in the 9th. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in and sticking around with us here this afternoon. Been a long day of baseball, but it's been a very successful day of baseball at that. And it's been again, talk about it a lot, but the weather could not have been any better this weekend. And there's a base hit right back up the middle for Brigham Kelly, and a 1-out base hit for Whittlesey.
$15 ticket here at Misty's venue, number 595-275.
Now Parker Listener, a fly out, a single, and an error, reached on an error in the 7th. Runner at first and one out for Whittlesey. First offering to Listener. It's going to be hit foul. Look out over there. Holy man. Way in on the hands and way early. It's 0-1. Listener looks down at his third base coach, who is right now Kate Alexander. Make sure Kate is all right. No balls and a strike. Outside corner and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 9th. Tyler comes set and goes home. A spinner, double play opportunity. That's jacking to Whipley to Kromenacher, and that will do it here tonight. A 6-4-3 double play, and Wisconsin Rapids sweeps Whittlesey and picks up 2 huge wins over the previously unbeaten Whittlesey Reds. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Your final here this afternoon. Again, the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks 8 and the Whittlesey Reds 1. We'll take a quick break. Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up next. You've been watching Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Finishing up here this afternoon, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Time now for your Nacerville Dairy postgame show. Nacerville Dairy's fresh cheese curds made daily at nacervilledairy.com or in Marshfield or Curtis. Wisconsin Rapids picks up a huge 8-1 win here this afternoon. They got things going right away in the first inning. Jacob Whipley started with a single. Nathan Kromenacher ripped a RBI double to right center field. Scoring Whipley is all after that. Whittlesey did come back in the second inning, score that lone run after Aiden Gardner hit a leadoff double to left field. Spike Alexander singled to left, and then Ben Meyer with an RBI single right back up the middle. That was it. As Caleb Kromenacher, goes 7 innings, four hits, a run, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. And then Tyler Byer comes in for the last 3 innings, gets 1 strikeout, and then the game-ending double play here today. Wisconsin Rapids again improves, now undefeated or remaining undefeated in league play, conference play, whatever you want to call it. They will take on a very good Waupaca team who they lost to a couple of weeks ago, 8-0 in Waupaca. We'll have that game live for you on Wednesday right here on Zaleski Sports. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. It's been a long day. It's been a very fun day with you here today on Zaleski Sports. We've had 3 broadcasts, all starting with Stevens Point and Antigo Legion, and then Wisconsin Rapids and Antigo Legion, and then finishing up here Wisconsin Rapids and Whittlesey Dairyland League Baseball. We'll have our weekly schedule up for you probably tomorrow with no games on the docket for you tomorrow. We'll have everything updated and ready to go at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope you had a wonderful day, and thank you for letting me be a part of your Sunday here on Father's Day. Again, final score from Wisconsin Rapids. It is the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks 8 and the Whittlesey Reds 1. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Please stay safe the next 2 days with the heat, and we'll talk to you again on Wednesday night right here in Wisconsin Rapids. You have been watching a presentation of Dairyland League Baseball exclusively on Zaleski Sports. This is Steve Mave signing off from the Nakusa Port Edward State Bank Field. Again, Rapids 8, Whittlesey 1. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. We'll talk to you again Wednesday night. Wisconsin Rapids, Waupaca, non-conference baseball right here on Zaleski Sports. So long, everyone.